Okay, hi everyone. Thanks for joining us today for our Thursday press conference ahead of Saturday's game against Penn State. If you'd like recording access, please send me a chat. If you have a question, please send me a chat. Let's start with Jacob today.
No Emily today.
Hey, Coach. Appreciate your time as always. My question's about defense. Haven't had turnovers the past handful of weeks. How do you guys as a coaching staff go about fixing that, both in, getting players to be able to create more opportunities as well as take advantage of anything they find?
Yeah, I think it's just the big point of emphasizing it in practice. We go against each other. We go against the scout team. We made that a priority during the offseason because, last year we weren't very good in the turnover margin in terms of us turning it over and us getting them. And so we started the year out really on a big time roll early. And, the last, I want to say 4 games, I think we haven't. Now, the good thing is this past weekend, we had 3 opportunities. We had a couple misplayed balls. I think Jordan Mosley misplayed one in the air down on the left their sideline. And then Jacorian had the one drop. And I think we had a ball on the ground or a strip opportunity on the quarterback that we didn't take advantage of. So to me, it's just a point of emphasis, with turnovers, just like we do on offense. They've got coaches too that are coaching their guys the importance of winning that battle. And we've got to find a way to do it, especially in a game like this against a team like Penn State. Those things become very precious and can play a major role in upsets.
Now we'll go to Emily.
Hi. Wow. Okay. I almost lost my thought for a second. You mentioned after Indiana that you guys wanted to start fast, kind of make an effort of that. Is that something that you think you'll keep going forward? I know obviously nobody wants to start slow, but is that an emphasis for you guys still?
Yeah, I think you actually maybe misconstrued. We do want to start fast every game, but we literally played fast. I don't know if you noticed, we had 96 plays, and that was because we upped our tempo on offense. And to me, it came about, if you look at how we had to play the last part of the Minnesota game, we were down by some scores, and in the third quarter, we went to a pseudo 2-minute offense to try to go fast. So we just started what we call our up tempo, which we have and we've always had. But I think for us, especially with our quarterback, that it really helps settle him down. And I think, the Indiana game showed that. Now, we did want to start fast, meaning get out on them early to try to, break the spirit, take the hope out of them, which we didn't do because obviously they fought, and as a Tom Allen team will do, they fought for 4 quarters, and we found and made enough plays to be able to win the game.
We'll go to Dylan.
Hey, Coach, last week you said how you need a guy like Brian Cobbs to have a Carlos Carrier type moment. Who on the defense have you been challenging to have breakout games similar to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think right now the guy that probably comes to mind most is Ruben Hippolyte. Ruben obviously is one of our young players that has played a lot of football for us, and I think he's kind of hasn't had the impact in the games that I think he's capable of having. Now, some of it's due to some of the things we're asking him to do, but, I remember the Penn State game last year for him was kind of that breakout game for him, as he was a guy that rotated in with some good players last year. So, I mean, he'd be one of those guys, on the back end. Obviously, Jordan Mosley is one of our quiet leaders, and he's Mr. Consistency. He's always in the right place at the right time. But I'd love to see him maybe get his hand on that interception, the ball on the left sideline here. But to me, I've been high on praise with those interior D linemen, and I've been happy with the way those guys, Ami, Mo, Greg Rose, and Sam O, with the rotation of Darrell Jackson and even Tajay Johnson coming in, have all contributed inside. So happy with those type players.
We'll go to Ryan.
Hey, Coach. I know the focus, this week is obviously on Penn State. And I'm sorry if I bring a little bit of gloom to this media availability, but I wondered, did you get a chance to look into this whole Henry Ruggs situation? I know you coach you coached him at Alabama. I just want to get your thoughts on what's your thoughts on that whole situation, and if you had got a chance to talk to your players about what's going on with the Raiders and Ruggs.
Yeah, I haven't specifically spoke on the Ruggs situation because, Ryan, we do a lot of that in our off-season training and summer camp. We bring in tons of speakers. I don't know if you follow us on the Terps football site, but we brought, Michael Vick to come in and talk about some of the issues he faced. We had Ray Rice come in. We've had Michael Phelps, who dealt with DUI. So we're in constantly trying to educate our players, and we have a time of the year that is best for us is doing training camp where we have their full attention. Obviously Henry Ruggs is a guy I played a part in recruiting to Alabama, coached him, and, my heart goes out to the victim, as a parent who lost a child. That part sits with me, but I also know that there's the other side of Henry Ruggs that I know personally from sitting on the couch with him, from recruiting him, from being with him, that, it just goes to show you how a bad decision can change the outcome of your life. And that's the scary part with 18 to 22-year-olds that are still developing, that are still learning. And it's a tough way to learn. There's nothing good that comes out of this. Obviously, someone lost their life because of a decision that Henry made. But I also know the character that Henry Ruggs is as a person. Had a very clean slate. Was not a guy that I ever had to worry, or we ever had to worry about these types of things. So, I talked to Devontae Smith last night because Henry couldn't get a hold of him yesterday. But I talked to Smitty, who's best friend, who won the Heisman, and who I coached and had both those guys. And, it's affected everybody. Unfortunately, with this type of adversity, it's another sign for us and me as a coach to continue to do a better job of trying to create an environment for our players to understand that these decisions they make can have horrific outcomes like this one. And, it's a tough way to learn it. And I will continue to be a supporter of Henry, but also, as I said, my heart goes out because I'm a parent that lost a child, like the 23-year-old that lost her life. So that's where I'm at with it.
Does anyone have anything else?
Way to end it, Ryan. Just brought us down, man. Be down to Ryan.
I'm sorry about that.
All right. Appreciate you.
Thanks, everyone.